Hey, Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline and fans. You're with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to do that all-important comic book review to help you guys make a decision on what comics to buy. And today, fans, we're going to be talking about a new #1 issue, and this time it has to deal with IDW, and this is Danger Girl, issue #1. This volume is otherwise known as Mayday. That's right. Cool looking cover here. You have Abby Chase with her backside turned to us, and she's got two blades crossed just like this. I'm a fan of Danger Girl mainly because J. Scott Campbell created the series way back in the Image days where he drew it and wrote it, and I loved the series back then. It's not a real in-depth, hardcore type of plotted series. It's just a fun, sexy espionage type of group with lots of action and lots of explosions. And I think the best series that Danger Girl had to offer is when they teamed up with G.I. Joe last year. I thought that was a phenomenal series. And this time around, again, we're going to be talking about Mayday. So our artist in here is John Royle, and it's written by Andy Hartnell. The artwork, again, is always visually stunning when I read this series. John Royle is just so consistent on the way he draws. I love the way he draws facial expressions, slightly over-exaggerated body parts when it comes to thin waists and, big muscles and, and just nice drawings in general. I love the facial expressions. There's always big action sequences like types of explosions and all kinds of stuff that goes on in this particular series. So that's why I have so much fun with it. Now, the story, on the other hand, again, it lacks a little depth, but you just have to have fun with this series. They're always like 4 or 5 issue story arcs, and then it goes on to a new volume a few months later. So what was this story about? Well, this time around, we have this mysterious female villain, and we can see her little supporting cast there. And she's on this ship, and she's trying to capture these, or get these weapons. And she has all these, the captain and his crew hostage. And she really wants all these weapons, but the captain's not talking. She's trying to find out where the other weapons are kept, and she doesn't succeed in finding out this information. But what happens in the issue is that all of a sudden they come across this island where this war was happening, and our villain was very like, oh my god, I can't believe this island was here. I thought we were 100 miles away from it, and it was covered in this huge fog. But while all this was going on, debris was falling on top of them because they were hitting the island, and they came across to our female heroine here. And if you guys are not familiar with her, her name is Abby Chase. And for some reason, we don't know why, but the crew kind of knew who she is and how dangerous she was. And our villain was very adamant about reviving Abby Chase. And, her little crony guy was kind of like, why do you want to revive her if she's so dangerous? And what happens in the issue is they wind up reviving her. And then you get to see this little flashback of what Abby Chase was going through on that particular island, how she was fighting bad guys, and things like that. But after they revive her, Abby Chase has no memory whatsoever of what happens to her. And now our villain here does know who she is, and she is hoping that Abby Chase is willing to work with her because she's in peak physical condition. She can do everything physically that she could do before, but her mind is lost. And that's going to our villain's favor, and she's all excited about that. Now, I didn't catch the villain's name in the issue. That's the one gripe I have about it. And then it continues right here next month on issue #2. Again, I would have loved to see more characters' names in here because I hate saying the villain and the heroine. If you're not a fan or never read Danger Girl before, you're not going to know who our female lead is here. But again, her name is Abby Chase, and It'll be interesting to see where this goes and if the plot thickens a little bit. There's lots of action. There's always great visuals in this book. But again, I would like a little bit more plot, at least some characters' names here. But I'm sure as the issues go, we will see that. And it'll be great to see if we get uh, Abby Chase's supporting cast here, like Johnny Barracuda and Deuce and Cindy Savage, and see if they go and they try to rescue her. And then it'll be interesting to see Abby on if she actually gets to work with this villain here and how long she'll be working with them. So yeah, great stuff. I enjoyed it. It wasn't the perfect plotted issue, but however, it's visually stunning to look at, and I enjoyed Danger Girl for what it is. So as an overall rating, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. So guys, if you have any comments, please leave them below on what you think of Danger Girl as a series overall. And don't forget to check out comicfrontline.com for our news articles. And also don't forget to check out comicrelated.com and for podcasts and all kinds of stuff. So together we have all kinds of great comic goodness. So guys, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. Until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. Thanks for watching, everyone.